All right, everyone, exciting news just came out from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the government-sponsored agencies, regarding the maximum loan amount for 2024. They will be increasing the loan limit from the current limit in 2023 of $726,000 up to $750,000 in 2024. So what does that mean, and why would they do that? What it means is that it gives people with low down payment more room to buy at a higher price. It actually gives people in high-cost areas lower interest rates as well, and I'll explain that in a minute. But basically, if you're a first-time home buyer, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will allow as little as 3% down. So with a loan amount of $750,000, that would let you buy up to a price point of just under $775,000, probably like $774 and change. If you had 5% down, which you do not have to be a first-time home buyer to do, you could buy up to about $790,000 in price. So it gives people a little bit more room to reach for that property that might just be the right one for them. You know, maybe they're looking at one and it's like, oh man, I just wish we didn't have to redo the kitchen, but I only have 3% down, so we got to go on to something else. This will give people a little bit more flexibility and a little bit more wiggle room. Now, those limits with me are available right now. We will close $750,000 loans as conventional loans using the 2024 limits in 2023. And that is something unique that we are doing. So if you want to schedule a consultation with me, there's a link below. You can schedule a Zoom. It's completely free, and I'll make sure you build the best mortgage plan possible. Now, that being said, why would they do this? They did this because home prices are still going up and inflation is going up. So if the dollar is still getting devalued and home prices are going up, it's kind of a good sign in a way. Everyone's talking about how the market's going to crash. Well, if home values were coming down, there wouldn't really be any reason for them to have to raise the limit. They could just leave it as what it is, or they could actually lower it. But they raised it, and they raised it substantially by about, what is that, $25,000. So it means that there is, the analysts, whoever's making these rules, going, look, home prices are going up. We got to give people more flexibility and more wiggle room. Now, what happens if you're in a high-cost area, like where I'm at? I'm in the Bay Area, California. We're considered what are called high-cost areas. The limit in high-cost areas, and this is county to county specific, the national loan limit applies anywhere and everywhere in the country. So I don't care what state you're in, you can use a $750,000 loan amount right now with as little as 3% down if you're a first-time home buyer, up to a price of about $773,000, $74,000, somewhere in there. But if you're in certain counties, they give you more flexibility to go even higher than that. So like in my area, the San Francisco Bay Area, the loan limit is currently $1,089,000, right? So if 2023 limits $726,000, they're saying, man, that area is so expensive, we've got to give people more flexibility. So they give us a loan limit of $1,089,000, which you could use with 5% down to buy a home for about, what would that be? Probably like 1.1-ish, 1.2. That loan limit will also increase. We just don't know by how much. They don't release the county-specific limits until we get a little bit deeper in towards 2024, towards the next year. And the same thing applies for FHA. FHA is completely county-specific. FHA will let you buy with as little as 3.5% down. We can actually do it with as little as 1% down because we have a second that will take care of 2.5% of it for you. Let me know if you want to hear about that. But FHA is very specific in its county loan limits. Those have not yet been released either. The other cool thing about FHA that a lot of people don't know is you do not have to be a first-time home buyer to use that program. You could buy a house this year, you do 3.5% down, live in it for 12 months, rinse and repeat. Go buy another one, rent that one out, and just keep doing that with just 3.5% down. You do not have to be a first-time home buyer to utilize FHA financing. That's a huge misconception. So sorry for that sidebar. I just want to make sure everyone's aware of that. So the long story short is loan limits have increased, which is a good thing. It'll allow people to buy with lower down payments at higher price points. It also gives us good, I'll say, confidence that home prices are stable and probably increasing because they increase the loan limit. If you have any questions, let me know how I can help. Like I said, I'm a mortgage advisor. I can help anywhere in the country. Just click the link below to schedule a meeting with me, and I will make sure that you build the best mortgage plan possible. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.